What's up, gamers? Today we're here to theorize and make educated guesses on what systems we might see after the final shape. And no, this video does not contain leaks because I don't know nothing. And as always, I want to hear your theories in the comments below, and on your way down there, consider hitting that beautiful subscribe button. So to start off, it isn't confirmed yet, but most of us are assuming the final shape will bring the third and final darkness subclass, which we are not talking about that today, but if you want to hear my thoughts on it, you can watch this video in the upper right corner. So after the final shape is all said and done, what can we expect next? We have 3 light subclasses and 3 darkness subclasses. And most of the light subclasses in the game have multiple supers, so I think it's safe to assume that Bungie would want to roll out some more darkness supers for each subclass over a few seasons to make it more in line with the light. With the Witness and Traveler out of the picture, we'll need to rely on ourselves and allies, so maybe we'll get some help from Savathun or something to unlock some new darkness supers. I don't really want to dive down the deep rabbit hole for the story because we could be here all day, but I'm sure there are some gods out there in hiding that will emerge once the light and dark are gone. As far as armor goes, I think we'll get another overhaul to give them set bonuses, kind of like origin traits, but you have to be wearing a certain number of pieces from the same location. Wearing 2 will give you like a stat boost to your main stat, and wearing 4 pieces will give you a perk. The perks could be simple, like the weapon origin traits, or they could be more extreme, almost like an exotic perk. So then you could have 1 exotic and 4 set pieces of armor to make build crafting even more in depth. This would allow us to farm armor sets from different activities to get the perfect rules with the perks we want. Like each dungeon, raid, season, main location, Gambit, Crucible, Strike playlist could all have their own armor to grind for with different perks. Another thing Bungie could add is a substitution system. Instead of gaining vertical power, we could gain horizontal power. What that means is you sacrifice something to gain something else. An example of this would be you giving up the ability to use your super, but you can wear 2 exotic weapons or maybe 2 exotic armor pieces. Or maybe you could sacrifice your grenade to gain an extra aspect slot so you can have 3 aspects. This system would open up build crafting even further, or you could choose just to not sacrifice anything and play normally. But I believe the more options for us, the better. Bungie should also consider making a new playlist activity or just replacing Gambit with something a little more extreme, like a 12 versus 12 mode called Open War that takes place on a big map that also has PvE enemies inside. The side you choose is based off of your subclass, and it will lock you into light or dark while in the activity. It could have a few modes like capture the flag or getting points for kills, but I think it would be better if each side chooses a player to be a raid boss, and you get a lot of HP and cool abilities and have some mechanics for the enemy to do in order for them to hurt you. And having 12 players would allow you to split up and have some attack and some defend, or all attack. Both teams would have a limit number of revives, but if you res an ally, it won't count towards your overall lives. Now I know the game in its current form could never handle such an activity, but this wouldn't be for a few years, so hopefully by then we get a massive engine overhaul, or maybe just a Destiny 3, who knows. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Make sure you get outside and touch some grass.